Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel called zuzanareacts, where I learn all things Bharat with your help, and I just share my Slovak Central European point of view. And in today's video we're going to do a little spiritual detour and have a look at what a person, a reaction on a person who has actually spent a month studying Hinduism. I would be very curious to see what he has learned and share my perspective on this and learn a bit more about Hinduism myself. But before we jump into today's video,
please like this video and click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you so much for your support.
Okay, let's hit it.
A full month studying his religion, Hinduism.
Namaste.
And it changed my life.
Can I just say very quickly, I know how you guys chastise me for saying Hinduism is a religion, and he just says it like Hinduism, his religion. I don't know if this is going to be a good video, because I feel like after a month of studying Hinduism, you should realize perhaps it's not a religion, right? But let's continue. Maybe we'll learn something interesting.
For 1 month, I read the holiest books. I talked to religious leaders and flew to India to visit the holiest site in Hinduism, here in Varanasi, where Hindus come to die. After going so deep in Hinduism, I fell in love with Instagram.
What? Why?
Well, let me explain. I am on a 6-month challenge to study the top 6 religions, one every month: Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and even atheism. This is what I learned from Hinduism. Hinduism is so big. It is the world's oldest religion. It has the world's longest poem. It has millions of gods. This is a god. This is a god. And this is a goddess. And it has billions of followers. More than 1.2 billion of them.
There are so many of us.
There is so much to cover in Hinduism.
Can I just say, why does this video feel like it's been sensationalized to an extreme? But let's continue.
So I'm gonna focus on the 2 things that changed my life. The first one is called Dharma. Hindus believe that you, me, him, her, and every single person on the planet has a dharma, a responsibility, a duty, an obligation in this world. If you are born, then you have a duty. You cannot say no to it. It's forced on you. For example, if you have a good voice, then your duty is to sing because of your natural abilities. I cannot sing, so my dharma is not to be a singer. It's to make these Instagram videos. This is what I was born to do. If you can teach, your dharma is to be a teacher. If you can heal, your dharma is to be a doctor. If you have charisma, your dharma is to be a politician. Everyone has a dharma.
I feel like this is a very simplified, I don't know how you guys view this, but I feel like this is a very simplified way of looking at Hinduism. I mean, you have dharma. We in the West, we are looking for purpose, the equivalent to, I'm not too sure I'm so aligned with the idea of dharma. I think I get it. I think personally I prefer the fact that yes, there are abilities that you might have, but I don't think that you should be forced to do them just because you have abilities. I think I'm more aligned. I don't know if you've heard of a Chinese concept or Japanese concept of ikigai. It's closer to what I would like to think, how I would like to conduct my life when it comes to finding your purpose. This is like the purpose has been entrusted upon you, whereas I feel like there are just many more things at play than for it to be as simple as.
And it is different for each person.
Dharma is that which uplifts life, that supports life, and that sustains life. Anyone who does 100% what they believe in, and that's life supportive, that doesn't bring pain and suffering to others, then that is their dharma.
This concept,
I'm not too sure I fully get what he means here, because previously he was, because it feels like dharma is forced upon you, but he's kind of not saying that. So right now I'm very confused. Feel free to clarify in the comments.
changed my life. I started asking myself, what is my dharma in this world? What is my duty? What am I born to do? I must do it before I die. Hindus believe the world is in balance if and only if we follow our dharma. Otherwise, the world is in trouble. You have
See, it's kind of like the problem that I have with dharma is duty part, is the obligation part. I think I might have an idea where this might be coming from, like doing something that you're naturally good to do and like to do brings peace and balance to your life. Duh. You know, it's not a rocket science to figure it out. But the concept of, you know, like you can have many different kind of purposes in life and many different interests. So sometimes for people, it might be hard to choose. Some people don't know what to choose, and some people just simply don't know. And it's actually a huge topic in the West, but that's, I just really, I'm not the biggest fan of this video and the delivery of this man.
to follow your duty no matter the result. Here is an example. There was a guru sitting by the Ganga River. He saw a scorpion drowning in the water. So he saved it, but then it stung him. It fell back in the water. So he saved it again. It stung him again. His friend asked him, "Why do you keep saving the scorpion? It will only sting you." The guru replied,
The scorpion's dharma is to sting, and this is what it's born to do. My dharma is to save, and this is what I'll continue to do.
even if we get stung, even if we get hurt, even if people don't appreciate us, we must continue to do our duty in this world, no matter the result.
A few years ago, I almost quit making videos because I was just hurt. I was hurt by some responses. I was hurt by some online comments. And I was like, you're not worth it. I'm not going to make these videos because you're not appreciating them. But now I realize it actually doesn't matter what the comments are. What matters is I'm making these videos because that's my duty. That's my responsibility. And that is such a big realization that I got from understanding dharma in Hinduism.
Finding your personal dharma will give you unlimited energy, drive, and passion.
In Hinduism, it is said it's better to strive in one's own dharma rather than succeed in another's dharma.
Okay, yeah, you can tell I'm not perhaps the biggest fan of the video. In the West, we call it purpose. And it's not that you have to follow, like, if you are aligned, if you're doing something that you're naturally good at, and what the world needs, I'm now talking about Ikigai concept, then, you know, your life is going to be easy and happy and balanced. It's, I have a problem with the whole duty part of dharma, but I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like it just simply feels like it just cannot be forced upon someone. And you are a human being that is able to make decisions for themselves. And let's say it's all well and nice that you can sing, and not everyone can be a singer, and maybe there is a better jobs or interests that you have that can add bigger value to society than singing. Like we all need to eat. I don't know. Maybe I'm just totally misunderstanding something, so feel free to comment. But the whole obligation part of it, I don't like.
And here is the most beautiful part of Hinduism. There is a duty that is above all, a duty that we all have to do. If you're short, if you're tall, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're smart, if you're not. And that duty is called ahimsa. And it means
non-violence.
no violence, not to humans, not to animals, not to anyone.
And when I say non-violence, it is not an action. Non-violence should be in your mind.
And my mind's violence becomes my body's violence.
Definitely.
This is so important in Hinduism that Gandhi himself said non-violence is common to all religions, but it has found the highest expression and application in Hinduism. Ahimsa is the reason why so many Indians are vegetarian, because they don't want to harm the animals.
Vegetarian.
Check this out. How do you dress up vegetarian options without a single animal killed? And that's really the concept of ahimsa, non-violence to anybody.
Some take it to the next level in Jainism that they don't even eat potatoes because uprooting a potato is a form of violence.
In Hinduism, if you have to cut a tree, you have to ask forgiveness from the tree and promise the tree, I will plant 5 of your same kind.
And you do this here.
Yeah.
It is our highest duty not to cause harm. It is my duty as a human not to kill animals. That's why I'm vegetarian.
You might be a Muslim, you might be a Hindu, you might be anyone. Non-violence is for everyone. And if you are violent, you are a part of this nature, it will make you pay.
We can't hurt nature because in Hinduism, we are one with nature.
Hindus believe that him, me, and the birds were not 3. We are one. We come from the same energy, the same source.
You are truly liberated when you love your mother, your friend, your enemy, and your dog equally.
On Hinduism, it is very clear that learn to see everyone equally. That is the heart of it.
That is the heart of Hinduism.
Yep, that is.
Learn to see everybody equally.
You don't need to be a Hindu to believe this. I am a Muslim and I love these concepts. I love the idea that I am on this planet to bring people together, to follow my dharma by making these videos and building this company without any violence.
100% vegetarian.
And right here, near the holiest site in Hinduism, where people come to die and move on to the next life, I hope you understand dharma and ahimsa. The power of following your duty and the power of staying non-violent.
In Hinduism, a life well lived is a life where you follow and do your duty. And I wonder, did these people find their karma before they move on to the next one?
This is them burning people here. Is that what's happening? Please do let me know. Just curious.
So, before you die, do you know what your dharma is?
Okay, so it's interesting that what are the things that he's learned. I think I've knew about all of these concepts, whether I know or not, you know, however I feel familiar with them. It's the second question. As you can see, I've been questioning the kind of obligation part of Dharma. What I personally do really like is the whole kind of oneness and nonviolence concept. I think it does come actually from nonviolence, because if you realize that you are one with everyone, you wouldn't be harming others. And so funny, like when they were talking about you ask 3 for forgiveness, and it just reminded me of Avatar when they were like killing animals to feed themselves. They basically asked them for forgiveness, or when you were picking plants, they asked them. And so it's very not. I personally really like it. I find it's very, in a way, a kind way. Obviously, we live in a cycle of you know, certain thing eats certain thing to survive. That's just kind of how it's been designed. So yeah. Overall, a very interesting video. I was not keen on the delivery. It felt very forced to me, but interesting. All the concepts I've been aware of. I'm very curious for you guys to let me know, maybe more in a comments about like how to better understand Dharma, because I really do struggle with the concept of that being an obligation. I feel like we have free will. And we can choose what we want to do. Obviously, if you have a natural talent for something, it will make your life easier. Maybe that's why it's been said that it's an obligation, because it will ultimately lead you to a better life. But being a poor singer on the streets and living a super poor life is, I don't think, a great way to live your life. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that actually at this stage. But thank you guys so much for watching this video with me. If you did enjoy it, please give a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, please do take care. I'm sending much love. Bye bye.